Hi, I'm Lisa Foster, and I'm back talking about emotional intelligence. Today, I want to talk about self-regard. It's a really fundamental emotional intelligence skill. So we can slice and dice emotional intelligence in a lot of different ways. But when we do the research on effective leaders, the same 5 skills show up consistently. And it's not a random list of skills. They're actually really closely related. They build on one another. So at the bottom, at the foundation of emotional intelligence are 2 really important skills. One is self-regard. The other one is emotional self-awareness. It turns out that if you have those, studies indicate you will acquire all the other emotional intelligence skills that you need to be successful. So let's take a look at self-regard. Self-regard is related to self-confidence, but it's not exactly the same. It really is about our ability to accept and respect ourselves fully. And that means liking everything about ourselves, the good, the bad, and everything in between. It turns out this has a lot of really good benefits. If you can be transparent and own yourself, you will be more resilient. You'll be seen as more trustworthy. You'll be rated as higher performing, and you will improve the performance of everybody around you. So this is really the bedrock of emotional intelligence and stability. Self-regard means being able to look your worst day, your worst mistake in the eye and still believe in your best self. Everyone has some degree of self-doubt. If you are trying to look like you don't have self-doubt, you might be perceived as arrogant. Nobody wants that. You want to be confident, you want to lean into your strengths and play to them, but you also want to know what are your weaknesses. Figure them out, compensate for them, accept them. So if somebody comes to me and says, Lisa, what about X? If X is one of my weaknesses and I have not accepted that, I'll have a classic stress response, fight, flight, or freeze, right? So I might get defensive, or I might stammer, or I might try to get out of there, any of those ways that we deal with stress in the office. But if I've accepted it in myself, I can say, you know what? X is not my department. That's why I have Bill here. Bill, what do you think about X? And we can move on to solve the problem and calm the distractions down and get down to doing what we want to do. So self-regard actually goes even deeper than strengths and weaknesses. It's really about authenticity, being transparent, and owning who you are. We all have something about ourselves that we don't like. For some of us, it's visible and other people can see it. For others, the thing we don't like about ourselves is invisible, and we do our best to hide it. But you can never really hide it. People will always be trying to see who you are. If you can own it and be transparent and bring your real self to work every single day, people trust you more and you can bounce back. If somebody comes back to you and says, well, you know, Lisa, you're a little whatever that is that I don't accept in myself, I'm going to have a stress response. But if I do accept it, if I'm transparent and I can own it, I can look them straight in the eye and say, you know, I am whatever. You have a problem with that? Because it's really not a problem around here. And then I'm going to want to make a note and watch that person who just tried to push my button. Some people like to see other people squirm, and they can cause a lot of distraction and trouble in an office place. So if I have self-regard, I might have to watch out for the other people on my team and make sure that they're not uncomfortable and we calm the distraction for them. So that's all I've got on self-regard today. I love to hear from you. Reach out however you like to reach out.